everybody. We're live. And we are on time, you guys. You know how we do. Me and Tanya get to talking backstage, and then it's like, oh yeah, I got to hit the button. So thank you all for coming. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Thankful. Who else we got in here? Mickey, my friend Mickey from Australia. What'd you say, Mickey? I hope you're feeling the best possible and getting enough rest. We were just talking about that. Oh, there's a Cancerian mothering moon talking. That's all right. I need mothering. Mama, I tell you, I was just talking to Tanya and no, I haven't been sleeping. I've been got my mind. I think it's all this planetary stuff that's been doing weird things, making me, just feel like a limp noodle. But then when it's time to go to bed, I'm wide awake and thinking of everything that I don't need to think about. So, and then I remember, oh yeah, use your dang oil for sleeping. I could think of everything but that. So this is, hi, Risa Simpson. Hi, Sylvia. Nice to see you, Luis Welch. What we're going to do today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do some political talk. And please forgive me because I have been a little bit busy and doing a lot of stuff. And I am a little behind on the news. So if I don't know something, you guys just help me out and tell me. Between, me and you, we can read on it blind. Sometimes it's better to read on it blind. Mercury retrograde, that what it is?
Yes, yes,
That's why I'm bouncing
yes.
the walls.
Yeah, and I think that's why I feel like Mike Tyson has been stomping on my spine.
Yes. Oh,
Mm.
hi, Kevin. How are you? Yes, how are you been feeling? I've been feeling the same way. I've been feeling like just, I don't know, just this energy, some sort of energy that's odd, right now.
Yeah,
So,
the calm before the storm.
yeah. And you guys, I just did, so if you got a question, put it in capital letters and we'll answer it. We're going to try to answer political questions today. And like I said, I'll probably have to read on some of these blind because I'm a lot behind, but I just wanted to kind of read on what's going on and your questions. And Risa, hey Grandma K, my beautiful soul. Who else we got in here? Kathy G, Grandma K. Hey Grandma K. So what's been going on? Well, we're waiting for some questions, and make sure you put them on capitals, okay, guys, so that I see them. While we're waiting for some questions, what's been going on with you, Tanya?
Oh,
Surprise!
well, I didn't see that one.
You never know what I'm going to say. I just
Oh,
listen.
what's been going on with me? Well, I will tell you, and I'm going to discuss these energies because I think it's really important because I think a lot of us out there are just feeling this, I don't know, almost an anxiety, but there's a lot of pain. I mean, I'm holding a lot of pain from my head to my spine. My ears are ringing,
Me
my
too.
throat hurts, my back hurts. Um, uh, but I just feel like I just want to lay down. Good for you, thankful, right on.
Yeah.
And I think that is it's a big part of it is the unplugging right now. And I think the mainstream media for some reason, uh like I was telling you, NASA is supposedly supposed to be shooting some weapons into the eclipse. Why? It's like, what are they trying to do? So I'm asking everybody out there, please, if something strange or weird happens on the 8th, do not overreact and panic. I guarantee 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the government trying to manipulate us and make us believe that something is happening that is not. Please don't overreact. I really believe that this is a way for them to get us locked down.
Yeah, because they're saying something about that they were going to, and I don't know, maybe Kevin knows the answer to this, but I had heard that they were talking about they make sure you have a few days of food stocked up and they're telling some people to stay home, and they're going to have the National Guard there, and they're shooting some rocket up in the, and it's like, what the heck is going
What
on?
the heck? Yes.
And it just feels, the energy feels weird. It just don't feel normal.
No, but it feels like a whole lot of fear mongering too. And I
Yes,
feel like there's so many distractions that are in our wake right now. You know, oh, Puff Daddy is the biggest distraction going on right now, because it's got everybody looking over here instead of looking over here where everything is happening.
I
Um,
hadn't heard about what's going on with him. I'll have to look at that. I've heard something
Oh,
about it.
well, all that Puffy, I really believe, is a whole distraction just to get people talking about something else. Now,
Mm.
I only know this because I just ran across it. Israel just bombed the relief workers in Gaza. Those people are starving.
Oh,
Americans, Australians, all kinds of relief aid workers were unalived, just trying to feed people. And these Palestinians are literally starving to death in Gaza. And I feel like all these other pockets of
mhm.
nonsense are to get people to look away from what is happening in the Middle East, because they're literally drawing Iran into one of them, Iran or Iraq, one of them, into a whole. I mean, they're about to start dropping bombs over there,
Well,
and I
yeah, it
think
was the World Kitchen Organization. I don't know if I've got the name right, but they have gone for hurricane victims, all these disaster areas, and they help feed people. And they had American people there. They had, I wrote this down. In fact, they had American people there. They had people all over. And they told the Israel people that who they were supposed to tell where they were going to be. It was supposed to be a non-confrontational zone, and they bombed them. It's like,
yes.
what the heck? They knew these people were bringing food. They knew that there's children, there's grandparents, there's these
Mhm.
these people are innocent. They're not all a part of this, and
They're
they're
no, Deanne, none of them are a part of it. And
yeah.
that's
Well,
the
then
whole
what are they
thing.
doing?
They are attacking civilians and justifying it. And what we are seeing Netanyahu and Trump and Putin doing is exactly what Adolf did in
Mm,
in uh, in the 40s. This is, if we don't break this cycle, we are doomed to repeat it. And
yeah,
we see it not just on one front this time. It's not just one madman. Now there's at least five madmen working together. And
yeah.
they're all the worst of the absolute worst in the world. But this is not sustainable. And we don't need to be afraid of it. The reason that these snakes are behaving the way that they're behaving is because they're losing power. This is the
Yes,
dying of the light. They are not going to succeed,
they're
but
cornered rats.
they want to bring everybody into fear. And
Yes,
that is what the biggest thing is. If they can get us afraid, if they can get us to react badly, then they can exert political and governmental control over us. And y'all, believe me or don't, but the end result for them is to
mhm.
get us locked down, y'all. That is the ultimate control. And 2020 was the test run.
Well, what did he say? He said, if I'm not elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. Well, you know what? Nobody would be allowed to be running for president years ago that would say anything like that. I mean, it is, and you know why he did it? He did it because he knows he's a cornered rat. He knows he has no defense. He knows that he knows his time's coming. And so the only thing he can think, if I don't cheat to become the president or something, I want to have my people do like they did on January 6th, only, he's fight for me. He wants a bloodbath. He wants that to be, but it's not going to be, so don't get scared. It's not going to be. There will be a few people that are crazy enough they don't care. and there may be some people hurt. But for the majority of the people, they seen what happened on January 6th. They do not want to be locked up in jail for a man who says that he's not there. He's not getting them out. Did you see when he saluted them as the January 6th hostages and played like the Star Spangled Banner? It's like he's losing his marbles.
Yeah, but he's not losing his marbles by himself. He has a whole court of minions who are right there with him supporting everything that he does. And that's what we don't need to be afraid of them, but we definitely need to be aware of them. And we also need to be aware that the judges, all these judges, Judge Enderon, if I don't know if I'm saying his name right, the judge that is on the case right now, all of these
Enderon,
all of these judges who have put gag orders on him for threatening their families, but then turned around and did nothing when he continued to do it. This is what I'm saying. This is all enabling behavior. That's why I say this is all a ruse. This is just to keep us in a state of panic while all of this is happening. Y'all remember, ain't none of this political garbage real. It is political theater. It is to keep us distracted.
Yep, I think so too. I feel like ever since the virus, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I said that before. It's like, how you watch these movies and there's these movies that you think they're, imaginary, and then it's like, and then you're in them, it just feels just crazy. And okay, now this one, I didn't know about this. Did you know about this? It said, "Hi, darlings, did 320 civilians blindfolded, hands tied behind their backs, buried alive outside of Al-Sharifa? Did they suffer or taken spiritually?" Oh my God, I didn't hear about this.
Oh gosh.
Aid workers. When will food get into Gaza? Catastrophic. It is horrible. It is horrible. I did not know about this. Those people.
But see, this is the kind of stuff that they don't want us to see. This is the type of stuff they don't want us. They don't want to advertise this, so they want to show non-consequential garbage. Oh my God, my heart is broken.
I think I don't want to say it, but I feel like, yeah, they did suffer.
Yes, they suffered. They suffered. You got to say it. They suffered. These people, their lives were snuffed out with no regard, within the cruelest manner possible. We need to experience that emotion. That's what we need to be feeling, and we need to act on that as a collective. If we're going to give energy, let us give the energy that's actually going to do something, and let's change this. Instead of just being sad about it, let's be mad about it, and let's put that anger where it needs to go, to this 1% of power that believes that they can just kill us like roaches, because that's what they're doing. They are killing those Palestinian people and aid workers like they are vermin, like they are nothing more than cockroaches.
And I seen pictures, they're just, you look at those little children, you look at those grandma and grandpas, they're just like our little children are. They're watching cartoons. They're just, living their life.
None of them have a gun in their hand. None of them is trying to overthrow nothing. All they're trying to do is wake up to see the next morning. And you have a whole government and a whole nother city that is sitting there, not only looking at them as they're nothing, but vocalizing it to everyone.
Yeah.
I know you've seen the videos of the people literally spitting at the Palestinians, saying they have no place on the earth.
We all have a place on this earth.
But see, this is what they're doing. This is them trying to normalize hate, to say, oh, we're good, but those people over there are not good. We can live, but those people don't deserve to breathe air. And that's what they are normalizing. And that's what Donald Trump has been doing. when he's spewing exactly what Hitler has been spewing the whole, the whole time, calling people, saying that they're infecting the blood of the country. Those are racist tropes to make people hate each other.
Well, I know. And the things he said, now he's talking about wanting to have some law to protect white people from racism. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I was reading today that they used to say during the slavery times that the people that tried to escape had a mental illness. They had a name for it. It was a mental illness to want to live your own life and not to be in bondage. It is crazy. And that they did that too. They tried to make this race above this race. And I sit there and think, these are just like it's like saying a blue car is better than a red car. It's a car. It gets you where you need to go. It's a body. It gets you where you need to go. It's sickening to me. But yeah, these people, it's got to stop. We've got to. And Biden, I don't think he's darned if he does and darned if he don't. No matter what he does, it's kind of I wouldn't want to be him. I would not want to be him.
What person in their right mind, and this is what we need to ask everybody, who in their right mind would want to be the president of this country? Who would want to volunteer for that job, knowing what it has become and what it entails? Biden, I don't agree with everything that he does, but I don't think the man is doing a horrible job either. What happened with him between Israel and the United States was not Biden's doing. We have been supporting Israel since 1970 something. And what's going on right now is that we have a lot of big named media companies and a whole lot of influential people who have a whole campaign of disinformation that is going. They are keeping people ignorant on purpose so that people are fighting against things they don't even understand because they are listening to literally MSNBC, CNN, Fox. They're all liars. Every single one of them are liars. They are manipulating the truth to serve their own end. And if you don't believe that the government, the church, and the media aren't all connected, then you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, they did a thing one time and they were showing all these different news stations all over. They put a compilation of them all together saying the same exact thing, word for word for word. But they had them all, they were all this news station saying it, this news station saying it. And then they showed them all doing it at once. So yeah, I believe there is a connection there. And I do get, yes, they did suffer, unfortunately, but they're in a better place now. And as far as and they aren't going to suffer no more. No. And as far as food getting into Gaza, I believe what they did with that World Kitchen is going to be, people are going to throw a fit. They are going to want Netanyahu out. And I think in May, I'm getting around May, and that ain't soon enough. I hope it's sooner. But my pendulum is pointing to May. But they need sooner. They need help sooner. But what they did, I think that Netanyahu's on his way out. He's not going to stay. In fact, I don't know when they have elections, but will Netanyahu be removed? I got my pendulum here. Will Netanyahu be removed? Yes. Okay. Will it be in April? No. Will it be this year? Will it be in 2024? Okay, I'm getting a yes. Okay, stop. Will it be in April? No, stop. Will it be in May? Unknown. How about June? I'm feeling like June, something's going to happen. June is going to be some big news. I feel like June, there's something going to happen with Trump. I don't know. I feel like mentally, it's going to be very obvious that he's going to losing it. But something big is happening with him in June. Something big, is happening with, get this off of here, guys. Something big is happening with Netanyahu in June, too. And I think people may just throw a fit and want him out. What did you get, Tanya?
I got you right. Netanyahu's gonna be he's gonna be out. That's gonna be an announcement. That's gonna be big news. And
Yeah.
I had threw another card. I asked if somebody was gonna unalive him.
Oh,
And but I got a no for that one. Nobody's gonna unalive him. So he's gonna step down by his own volition, but it's going to be a big to do.
let me ask, is there going to be protests? Yes, there's going to be big protests. Is he going to be forced to step down? Yeah, I think they're going to force him. It's not going to be wait for the election, wait for that. They don't want to wait that long. They want him out. A lot of people want him out, especially what he did, trying to starve them to death now. You know, there's no reason for that. So, hey, little Blue Lotus astrology. Boy, we've been talking about how weird she knows astrology. She's really great. So we've been talking about how weird we've been feeling lately with this solar eclipse coming, lunar eclipse coming, just feeling
Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh. Makes me want to go hide under the covers and stay there. I told Tanya I want to be Rumpelstiltskin. What do you say? Rumpelstiltskin. I can't talk.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I want to be him and I want to go to sleep and I want y'all to wake me up when Trump's all gone and everything's normal again. So if that's possible, that's what I want to do. So let's see. We got Leah. You want a reading for spring and summer? We were doing politics, but I don't know. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do a reading
Let's
for her?
let's do politics, and then if we have some time at the end, let's do that. That
Yeah.
way we can
Why don't we
stay
do
kind of
that?
on task
Okay. We'll keep you up there, Leah, just in case we have time. If not, Tanya she does personal readings all the time.
all
You
the
can go
time.
to her channel, and she is. When are your shows? Usually Wednesdays, right?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but my live shows are on Fridays.
And what time do you usually do them?
Mondays and Wednesdays at 10:10. On Fridays at 11:11.
That is so cool. Why didn't I not remember that? That's such an easy time to remember. But yeah, so you've got lots of opportunities, Leah, if we don't get a chance, because we're doing politics today. You've got lots of opportunities to go over there and get your personal reading done. Kay Muldoon, I've been feeling exhausted again lately. Not sure if it's got anything to do with the eclipses or the crazy stuff going on right now. I think
It's
it's
all of
both.
that. Yes. Oh God.
I think it's all of the above.
I am so sorry to everybody who is feeling this, but it is very important to get outside and to put your feet in the grass or on the ground and to put your bottom on the ground too. It's called grounding for a reason, y'all, and we need to do it right now. It'll help you move those energies through your body. Whew, and I'm serious, y'all. I am in pain just sitting here. My arms, my back, my butt, everything hurts.
I know. I know. Me too. And I'm sitting here. I haven't been, I,
Yes.
I, I can't sleep. And then, like I said, I forget I've got this sleeping oil that I make and it works, but I just like my mind's every which way and I forget I even got it. And then by the time 5 o'clock in the morning, it's like, oh yeah, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have used that. But it's
Yeah,
been doing it
I
to
have
me
no
too.
problem laying down, but I have no problem laying down or staying in bed, but I can't sleep.
Thankful said, sending love and light to our beautiful readers and chatters. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Just we love you and appreciate you so much. And Mickey said, we've also got some big planet stuff going on, as well as solar flares and eclipses. Full on. Spirit keeps saying we need to stay centered and balanced and allow ourselves to grow from this.
Yes, and Beetlejuice is going supernova right now if it hasn't already. So the big
And I
giant
didn't know
star
what you was talking
Beetlejuice.
about. When you said Beetlejuice, I'm thinking the movie.
Well, and I think that's what they named the movie after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Beetlejuice is a giant star and it's going supernova right now. So and this has got to the energies from this thing is on fire in the middle of the of our universe. So it's got to be throwing off all kinds of radiation, gamma waves, X-ray waves, and all kinds of stuff that are hitting our planet. So there is so much, and we just crossed in. Easter was when the planets aligned. Everything with Easter has to do with the planets.
Yep.
The story is the story, but it's all happening in the sky. So all of these planets aligning, everything coming into where it is right now, all of this energy is impacting our planet and our bodies because it's changing. We are being primed, y'all. We are being changed, prepared. But yeah, Carla has a question up there. And I
Carla does
good one. Yeah, it's
at the
about it
bottom,
says,
or
uh, who would replace Trump if he cannot fulfill the role as the GOP nominee, Nikki Haley or someone else? And I think, and I'm just thinking here, I'm spitballing that the RNC would have the choice to put forward who they decided, so they could choose Nikki Haley or someone else. That's what I believe.
yeah, I and she was the next kind of runner up, so she could put her hat in the ring, I suppose. But if Trump can't make it, it may be Nikki Haley. I don't know, but it's saying unknown on that one. Maybe it's too early to tell. Ron DeForest said, I see Trump no longer on this earth before the November election. I have gotten in June, there's going to be some big event, and I think it may be mental, something mentally going wrong with him. He's kind of losing his marbles little bit by little bit, or he's going to be convicted, or something's going to make him lose it. Maybe this case that he's going to be having. Let me ask.
So if Trump is going to exit
hush money
the
case.
matrix before November,
And
I
I
want to
feel
know if
like,
he's going to be in jail this month.
is Trump going to go to jail? I never get him in jail. I want to be wrong on that, though.
Well,
But I do
we
get
got free will, so that can change moment to moment.
But I get in June. Does it have to do with his it has to do with his mental state. I think he's losing it. His grandparents had Alzheimer's. I don't know if his mom and dad had Alzheimer's. And in September, I'm getting there's going to be a health event, a big health event that is going to maybe take him out.
I got would he be running in November, and I got a great big old no. I gotta know he's not gonna be around in November, y'all.
In November. I'll do my pendulum.
Oh my goodness, and that's a change.
Will Trump be running in November? No. Stop. Okay. Is he going to have something happen in June that's going to affect his election, that's going to let people see him for what he is? I think a lot of people are going to wake up to what he is in June. There's going to be some information. Epstein is coming out with that. They're wanting to open up the Epstein files, and there may be some stuff in there about him.
There's all kinds of stuff in there about him.
They're going to find out in the Epstein files. Yeah, that's going to come out, and there's going to be info about him and minors and things with the Epstein files. He's going to lose it. Then he's going to have the hush money case. He's got so much. His mind's going to be gone.
I want to ask, did we ask this one? Will any judge throw Trump in jail while he's going to trial? Will any judge throw Trump in jail while he's going to trial? Nope. I gotta know. So they're still playing with our notes.
Maybe.
You got a maybe.
But when I ask with my pendulum, okay, will any judge throw Trump in jail while he's, being I get a no. I feel like
that disgusts me. It disgusts me because it shows that all these judges are just playing lip service. None of this is real. All their threats, all the gag orders, none of that. They're wasting our doggone time.
Yep. I think so too. It's definitely, you know how they talk about it's a two-tiered justice system. Well, yes, it is. The rich and the poor, or the working class. You know,
Them and us.
yes, it's us, because if any of us would have done any of this, we'd have been, that'd have been the end of us. So yep, I think in September, I don't know if well, let me ask. Okay, is Trump going to have a bad health incident in September? Yes, because I said September because I'll show you. Will it be August? No. Okay. Is it going to take, I hate to ask this, but is it possibly going to take his life? It possibly could take his life. But so it's going to be a serious thing. I'm feeling heart attack or stroke, something like that. It's just all this pressure. You can see his face. It's red. He's angry. He feels he's above the law. And when he
Oh,
finds
he's on
out,
Ozempic.
huh?
He's on Ozempic.
Ozempic?
Yes, the weight loss, the diabetes drug. He has lost almost 60 pounds in about 4 months.
Yeah, you know what I found out is I would like to be able to get on that, because for people with pre-diabetes or diabetes, but they won't. It's like $1,000.
It's ridiculous.
And so what's happening is all the movie stars, all the models, all the wealthy people are paying that $1,000. So they're not coming down for the poor people that have diabetes who really need the help of that medicine. And so we're waiting for a generic, but we're not getting a generic because they're getting the money.
Don't worry, Deann. Your inability to get it is for your own good. It's protecting you. Just believe that. It's protecting you. You got to remember, Donald Trump wrecked his bowels with cocaine and Adderall. The Ozempic stops food from digesting, and then all that food could sit there for days and days and days, and then it all just dumps into the bowel. You want to see somebody have a massive blowout one day? Hopefully, it'll happen on the world stage, and we'll all get to see it. But that dude's gonna blow the back end of his pants out. It's gonna be a real shitstorm.
He's selling a cologne. Did you know that? He's got a cologne he's selling. And everybody's talking about how I'm sorry guys, but they talk about how bad he smells, and then he's buying a cologne. So I wonder if the cologne is to cover up. Is it really strong? What is it for? I mean, I'm just looking here at some of you guys' question here. Oh, June says, I recently got a wonderful reading from Tanya. She's the best. Yes, she is.
June,
yes, she is. And let's see, Linda Bishop. What else we got here? What did Risa say? Risa said, I'm staying home. I'm not even trying to see the eclipse. I don't have nothing booked. I'm not doing no shows. I'm not doing nothing. I am staying home in my pajamas, and I am going to stay here. I'm not answering the door. I'm not answering the phone. I'm turning off the phone just because I don't want to have no arguments with anybody or somebody to call me, because it's the time when people and things come back. I'm not in the mood for anything to come back during an eclipse. Oh, here, Dennis was saying Puff Daddy's being investigated for the murder of Tupac. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he had a hit out on him. He had $1 million hit out on Tupac. Puffy is responsible for unaliving a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen him. They had a show about him one time, and it was showing how he had people packing his bags, and the way he talked to his people that were his servants, he talked to them like they were trash. I didn't like him when I seen him then. World Central Kitchen. That's where how those poor people. Let's see. I almost all my new folks, such as yourself. Okay, let's see what we got here. Mickey says, yes, the Australian government is not impressed by the killing of aid workers, including an Aussie girl. The truth is beginning to show. It is, and it's an embarrassment to us, and the whole world is watching. And they used to respect America and look up to America, and now it's like, it's
Well,
terrible.
that's Israel. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We have a whole United Nations who is supposed to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Israel is a part of the United Nations. Why have they not been sanctioned by the entire world? All of this is being allowed to happen. And this is what everybody has got to see. This is being allowed to happen. Nobody is stopping the bad stuff from happening. They're allowing it to go on. So and then sitting back and watching everybody get all upset about it. The agencies that were created to stop this kind of thing are sitting on their proverbial thumbs.
Oh, I know, it's like what are they doing about it? You're right. And then we got let's see here, Amanda. Amanda Carroll says, I'm very unhappy with everyone's involvement in this war in Gaza.
Or lack of.
Yes, yes. Yes, they need to help and get those hostages back. Yes, they need to do, but I wonder if some of those hostages are gone. It's they bombed three of their own hostages. You see that? They were asking for help. They had the white flag. They didn't bomb them, they shot them. And they were their own people, you know? So I mean, three of the hostages were killed by and
Oh,
I
please
understand.
don't call it friendly fire, because there's nothing friendly about what's
No,
going on.
no.
This
I
is it's and we have to, what we have to do is stop giving Netanyahu a pass, stop being afraid of people to calling other people anti-Semitic. That's what's stopping people from speaking up.
Yes.
Evil is evil. This man is committing war crimes in broad daylight. He's not apologizing for it. He don't care. And the whole world is watching. And that the most important thing, because this is genocide. And they're justifying it. But that's what the whole thing is. Who deserves to live? Who deserves to die? And how many minds can we say those people, can we change to say that those people don't deserve to live? And that's exactly what's going on in America. All this hate speech
Yes.
that's going on with the Republican Party and Trump and all these people, we're doing the same thing right here. Well, with the transgendered people, with gay kids, with all of this stuff. Who deserves to be recognized and who doesn't?
Yeah.
Everything that's going on in Israel is going on right here in this doggone nation. Everything. The only thing that we're not doing is bombing Mexico or the border, because the border is our Gaza. The border is our Gaza. And what's going on in Texas is exactly what's going on over there. We've got
You're right.
razor wire in the Rio Grande, catching little babies and pregnant women who haven't done anything
And they
wrong.
watch them drown. They
Yes,
watch them
they
drown.
want them to drown. They'll stand on the edges with shotguns to make sure that they can't get off. So everything that's going on over there is being mirrored right here, and we need to call it out for what it is. If we keep our eyes covered, we're as much responsible
Yeah.
for the problem as they are.
And saying that they need to be able to defend, Texas needs to be able to defend themselves, what they against people that don't have weapons, against women and children. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they had all these Republican states that were saying, we'll stand by you, we'll stand by you. It's like, how can anybody stand by this? I don't get it. Sherry says, I've heard that Trump is trying to take over the churches. I would know, but I tell you what bothered me. You know how he always says, make America great again? When he said, make America pray again, the word make, I didn't like the word make, because, even Jesus didn't make anybody do anything. We have free will. We are allowed to believe how we want to believe. Nobody should make us do anything. It put me in mind of the women who were herbalists and things like that, that the Puritans decided, if you don't believe like we believe, they will torture you, they will burn you alive, they will make an example of you. And that's what, they're wanting to do. So if you're going to make America pray, what are you going to make them? Catholic? Are you going to make it Methodist, Baptist, Buddhist? What are you going to make them? It's got to be that separation. Otherwise, it's not freedom,
But
So
that's
when
what
he
he's
said
trying to
that,
take. And that's what it's all about. It's even MAGA. Even MAGA is about taking people's freedom away from them. And they're starting with the maggots, but they don't even realize that that's what's happening. They're voting against their own self-interest. The people in the red states are traditionally the poorest people
yes,
in the United States.
Tennessee and
They're
stuff like that, Alabama.
they're supporting Trump. Trump Social, which in one day lost $4 billion in one day when it went public. One day, his whole roost fell apart. All the people who had propped that stock up were poor people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just amazing. He always, I'm a billionaire. I got lots of money. I got lots of money. Oh, I've got that 470 something $million easy. But then he gets a deal and gets them to lower it. But I want your money. You poor people that can't afford to buy food, give me your money. And they're paying for a billionaire. It's just crazy. And what got me is there's a lot of Republicans that are on Social Security. They paid into it. All of us have from the time you first worked. And they're talking about cutting that. Well, the Republicans took from Social Security trillions of dollars, and now they want us to pay back what they stole. It don't make no sense. And then they had this other Republican got up there and he said they wanted to not just raise the age to 70, they want us to work until we die.
Oh, yeah.
So why aren't they shouting that from the rooftops? The Democrats need to shout that from the rooftops that,
because
hey,
they're part of the problem. And that's the whole thing. All of this stuff. And this is where we have got to stop being duped. We have got to stop putting our faith in somebody just because they have a D behind their name. Okay. If they wanted to codify Roe versus Wade, it would have been done. The reason that they kept it was that all of these Democrats would have something to run on. And what happened? The Supreme Court took it away. Now nobody gets to run on it. They could have fixed all the holes in the Constitution. They chose not to. So people need to understand. And please don't believe that I'm anti-Democrat. I'm anti-government. All right. I don't care about the left or the right. They are both a part of the same damn corrupt ass bird. And until people understand
you froze.
that it's the bird in the middle that controls each wing, we are under the control of them. If you're right wing or left wing, just remember, without the other wing, you're just going to be flapping in a circle. All right. It's the bird that's the problem. It's not the wings. It's the bird.
If I always considered myself an independent, because I listened to both sides. They would debate and I'd listen to both sides and see who I thought the better person was and who had the best policies that helped me and my family and who seemed to be the more up and up guy. If Trump was a Democrat, I would not vote Democrat. I would not vote for him. I don't care which party he was running for. He's evil. He's evil and corrupt, and I wouldn't vote for him. I just can't see how everybody can't see it, because some people say, well, you're listening to the wrong media. And I'm like, I listen to what comes out of his mouth. I don't even need the media. I watch what comes out of his mouth. And that tells me all I need to know. His facial expression, his mean smirk. He's everything you tell your kids not to be. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't be mean. Don't name call. He's everything that is bad.
But then you watch these same MAGA people in front of these same children that they want to protect, saying the most horrid, vile things. They say the worst things about women. They say the worst thing about transgendered children, to children. They
Yeah.
make up lies or repeat lies that don't even make sense, but they are so convinced of it
Yeah.
that they will argue tooth and nail, regardless of, even if they're hurting their own selves. And that level of cognitive dissonance, it can't be fixed, it can't be remedied. These people are ignorant on purpose.
I know it. It's I just don't get it. I mean, you can't. I have friends. I have family. I have people that I
Yeah.
just haven't even talked to because I just can't. And I feel bad about that, but I just can't, have a conversation with them anymore.
Is something going on with Jimmy Carter?
Oh, well, he's been on life or
Is he on
hospice.
hospice?
He's been on hospice for a year. His wife passed before him, and he's really in bad shape. But
Oh,
God bless him. He is like, if anybody was supposed to be what you would picture what a Christian is supposed to be, Jimmy Carter. He walks the walk. He has built house
absolutely.
for the homeless. He's in his 90s, he was, and he's still
Absolutely.
up there with his hammer. So,
Absolutely.
I don't want somebody to tell me, show me. Somebody who shouldn't have to tell you, that you should be able to see, by their works. But he's a good human being. I just,
And he's not a braggart. He doesn't go around bragging about what he does. And that's what an angel is. Jimmy Carter is an earth angel because you're right. He walked the walk, he talked the talk, but he led by example. Even when he was president, I remember when it was Ford and Carter were running against each other. And I don't know how. I was only like 7 years old, but I remember for some reason. I think I remember it is because the way that the GOP is going after Biden and everything that he stands for is the exact same way they went after Jimmy Carter way back then. His brother had a beer. They called it Billy Beer.
I
The
remember.
GOP made them shut it down because it was a conflict of interest. So that man, I mean, he could have been a billionaire. He had to stop his company, and Jimmy Carter, being an upstanding person, agreed to it. Just like, and I'm not singing praises to Biden, so don't get me wrong, but every step of this case against Biden, the Bidens have been gracious. They have stood and answered all of these bogus crimes. The Carters did the same thing. So the parallels, and that's what we need to look at, y'all.
Yes.
The parallels, everything that we are doing has been done before, up and to
Yeah.
include the electric cars being forced down our throats. This happened before. We're in a great big old cycle. And until we break this cycle, we're not going to be free of it. But the majority of us who can see that we're in the cycle have already broke out of it. And I really believe that all the people who are really suffering through these energies. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is a rising, a transition of energies, and I think that the pain that our bodies are going through is us separating from the matrix. I think it's a palatable, a physical thing, and I think that is why we're experiencing mood fluctuations and sleeplessness and anger and anxiety and just pain, because we're literally getting pulled apart.
Yeah. And what you were saying, with Biden, the similarities, think of how, what is that? Marjorie Trader Green came in there and was screaming, say her name, but doesn't say anything about all the other kids that have died with, guns, I mean,
Yeah,
multiple,
by
multiple.
Americans. by
Yes,
Americans. Let's call every one of the Sandy Hook children's
and
name.
say
And
their names.
nobody stands up to the bullies. They sit there and just let her talk. Back in the day, people would stand up. Marjorie Taylor Greene would have got slapped by somebody back in the day. What the heck happened to us? And I'm not saying that violence is the answer, but doggone it, at some point we got to shut these fools down and stop listening to them. If they can assault us because they don't like what we say, then doggone it, we got a fair playing field. We
Yeah.
should be able to turn those tables right on them. But here we are, being pious and silent and just allowing this crap to happen right in front of our faces. If we don't stand up against it, we are agreeing to it.
Yeah.
Period.
But Biden handled that. He handled that, calmly. But do you remember when Trump gave a speech and he was, I don't know if he is Arabic or what. Anyway, he said something against Trump. It wasn't like Marjorie Taylor Greene. He just said something that he, against him, disagreeing with him. And he goes, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Don't give him his coat. In fact, if you beat him up, pretty much," he said, "and you go to,
Oh yeah.
I'll pay your lawyer fee."
That was
You
one of
know,
his first rallies.
you remember that was terrible. I couldn't believe that. I can't believe what we have come to. And
Yeah.
and somebody wanted to know who's paying off all these judges to keep Trump out of jail.
The Federalist Society.
You see, is it the Federals? That's what I'm getting to.
Federalist Society. Most of
And they're
those
part of
judges
that.
are Trump or Republican appointed judges. Biden, and this is what kind of really pisses me off. Of course, I don't watch television, and I don't watch the news, so I really don't know if he is or not. But I don't think he is because I haven't heard anything about it. Trump spent almost every waking moment stacking those judges. Why hasn't Biden done the same thing?
Yep, I agree. I don't know why, things are not being done, why it's being led to happen. Thankful said that will not be, let's see, that will not be president. Speak into it. Yes, speak it into existence. Speak it into, send, instead of us getting so mad, which I'm going to spray some stuff here because I'm getting myself all wound
Oh,
up.
you see, I'm saging.
Use my protection stuff because I'm getting, I get mad too. I'm trying to keep myself calm. But instead of us getting mad, which, we do, it's right. What is there? There's righteous anger sometimes. There is righteous anger, but we do
I'm
need to
just
pray for
passionate.
Biden and send love and light and you know, and here I am. I'm protecting myself here. So you're right, thankful.
Oh, Wiki says he has been appointing judges. It's the confirmations that are slow. Thank you, Wiki. I had no idea.
Anja Ashton says, I still have my lone can of Billy beer. They had
Oh
Billy
my
beer?
goodness. You didn't know that?
No, I was young. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Billy
Well, you were
Carter
young
had
too.
Billy beer.
I remember Billy talking about the beer and stuff, but I didn't remember that he had Billy beer. But I think Jimmy Carter, he is hanging on. He hung on for Rosalind, and Rosalind's gone now. I think he'll be shortly going too, and they'll be together. They loved one another very much. Sherry says, I think Trump's a demon. Well, you know what? I think if there's such a thing as demon possession, then he's demon possessed. They're all over him because he's definitely he ain't nothing godly. There's nothing godly about him. And Ron DeForest said it's all because of religion. They both want the Holy Land. Oh, about Israel, it's bullshit. We need to get beyond religion and get into real spirituality.
Yeah.
I am agreeing with you. And Ron, I've been to all the churches pretty much. I'm not all of them, but I've been to a lot of them trying to search for truth. And I found that they all have different man-made rules. One says once you're saved, you're always saved. One says no, you're not. One says you got to go to the confessional. One says you don't. And I just think of everything I found out, love is the most important thing. We should love each other, be kind to one another. That's all. That's the part that I took out of the Bible that stuck with me. It said with all the 10 commandments, they said, which is the most important? They said, do unto others as you'd have done unto you. You don't want to be lied to, cheated on. If we just love each other, we don't need the religion. I agree with you there. I learned some good things from it, but I learned a lot of bad too. Mickey, all along I felt that what's happening in Gaza was planned by Netanyahu and other, yes, like aggressors to land grab for greed. All along I felt is genocide of Palestine. I would not be surprised. A lot of people say that about the Twin Towers too, that was a planned thing.
Well, Gaza is right there on the canal. That is a big port right there. Whoever controls that canal controls a whole lot of money. So getting rid of the Palestinians right there so that the Israelis could control all that shipping, control that port, that's a whole lot of money. That's a whole lot of motivation to get rid of some people. And that area is also like the gateway into the Middle East. Having control over that means that whoever has a base there or is like military might to be able to attack widespread and have a port on the inside and on the outside, because you'll have the Atlantic Ocean on the outside and you'll have the what is it, the some sea on the inside, where between Israel and in Africa, the Nile.
Yeah. Yep, they want to take down democracy too. And that just shows you we're not important to them. It's money. Money is, it's all about money and power. And they used to try to hide it, but they're not trying to hide it anymore. They're showing us that's what they're about. Let's see here. Carla said, hypothetical question, but could become reality. Who would replace Trump if he cannot fulfill the role as GOP nominee? Oh, I think
about that.
Yeah, we did that one. Ron says they made people afraid to speak up against the government of Israel. They scream anti-Semitism if you do. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I will say about the churches, they were always taught that Israel were the chosen people. So a lot of these people that are the MAGAs and stuff, they are all for giving money to Israel no matter what, but they don't want to help Ukraine. And Putin is over there laughing. He is getting exactly what he wants to happen. Putin is just, so this is, I think Putin has a lot to do with this too. Dennis says, I just can't figure out the state of what they don't belong in. Let's see, I just can't figure out a state of what they don't belong to the USA or the UK.
Right.
Mickey says, June is universal 5-month change. Expect the unexpected. Fits with what you say, Deann Schildmain-Tarot. Oh, June is a universal. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. I just keep getting June every time.
The 6th month. The 6th month.
Add to the planetary stuff, we're also feeling ascension symptoms. Well, we did choose to be here for this. What was we thinking? What was we thinking?
This is probably, well, for us, this will be the most exciting part of our lives, because I don't know if we'll have a memory of this when we transition from one to the other, but what we're doing here now, our consciousness is to help all of this happen. So thank you, every one of you who are here for a reason and know that you are here for a reason. Thank you. Don't give up.
But Blue's about to get out her Palo Santo. Hey, we got our stuff. It's hard. It's hard to keep calm. We're trying to keep you calm. You keep us calm. Thank goodness we have each other. Linda Bishop says, you just know that Republicans would come up with some ignorant idea or person to say they have a right to come up with some stupid thing to have their way into the White House. Just watch. Okay, and then Kathy said going to leave the 14th of April for 2 weeks, so I will be missing all the news. Oh, that sounds nice. Don't watch it. Enjoy your
Don't watch
vacation.
it. Hopefully you'll be going to the UK, so you'll get healthier over there. Their food, your swelling will go down from the just being an American.
Oh, yeah, I know. There's a girl that I watch who moved to Mexico, and she says she has all kinds of allergies. She could only eat like maybe 3 different foods here. She was allergic to everything. She moved to Mexico. She can eat all kinds of food because there's not the preservatives and it tastes good. And so she just moved back because her boyfriend broke up. She moved back, and now she's having all the allergies and stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis said Marie from Marie's table got that Biden is appointed president, but couldn't get why that would be. Why?
Biden is appointed president. The only reason that I could see that Biden would be appointed, and I wanted to say this, but I was kind of apprehensive. Guys, 2020 might have been our last election, honestly.
Oh, I don't.
If Trump dies during this election and he is the only one on the ticket for the GOP, then that would say why Biden would be appointed president, because he would be running unopposed. See what I'm saying?
I'm asking here.
Okay.
If Trump is out, if Trump is no longer able to run, will they just appoint Biden? I'm getting yes. I'm getting yes, because it'll be too late maybe to get anybody else, and they can't go through the whole thing. I'm getting that by default.
Has Trump has he named a running mate?
There's some woman I seen him with. You guys, do you know? Because I seen him with some woman. I thought he was gonna. At first, I thought Tim Scott. He's just been humiliating Tim Scott. He's just Tim Scott. I don't know. It's like he has no pride, But there was some girl that he thought was real pretty. That I forget who the heck she was, but he's been seen with her. He said he might try to do it like The Apprentice, make them compete for the.
Oh, he doesn't have time for that anymore. His trial starts in 2 weeks.
I know.
He thought he was going to get off and have a whole little circus to run. He's not going to be able to run his little circus.
Linda says, I see the demon in Trump for real. And Blue says, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a literal demon. Do you know, and I'm not saying this is true, okay? But I was watching this guy, and there were 15 things in the Bible that were saying these were the things of the Antichrist, and he fit all 15. Now, I was talking to Tanya about this, and she says, well, there's more than one Antichrist. However, he does fit every single one. So he is probably one of them. I'd be convinced of it. Dennis says, oh, we did that one. And, apparently both his mom and dad both had Alzheimer's. Yeah. Let me see. Does Trump have Alzheimer's? Yeah. He has early Alzheimer's. I feel. You get, yeah?
I got no.
You got no? I think he's got the beginnings of it.
I think he's definitely got something. But that man, now remember his hands, the bloody hands?
Yes.
He may very well have a syphilitic brain. He may have syphilis.
But
and that
something's wrong with
may be
his
a
brain.
whole lot of his mental decline could be from a literal STD.
Yeah, he makes fun of the way Biden talks because he had a stuttering problem, and he's messing up words right and left all the time, and they don't say nothing. Rondo says, Deann, if you look at numerology, Trump's personal month in July adds to a 9 endings. Yeah. And Andre from Andre's, it used to be Astrology Alert. I think he changed the name, but he's been seeing his chart looks real bad right now. Before he was Teflon Don, everything looked good. He's looking real bad. Linda Bishop says, I had a dream a while back, saw a black gravestone with words carved and said, well, finally, that's over. Landlords or wife. Yeah, maybe they'll bury him next to his wife by the golf court, golf
Wow.
course.
He's going to lose that. Eventually, he's going to lose. I really feel maybe that's what's going to kill him is when he loses Bedminster. I believe Bedminster is his crown jewel, and I think that'll be the first one to go. I think they'll take Bedminster because the Saudis are trying to get it.
I hope so. After all he's put us through, I swear we should all have a lawsuit against him for post-traumatic stress that he's caused us, just the whole country. I too have been experiencing all the symptoms you're speaking of. I was awakened to a strong male voice today that said nothing is as it seems, and I have been feeling weird ever since I heard it. Interesting.
My headache, and this is the weirdest thing for the last few days, is that my headache is in the very back of my head, literally. And I mean, it pounds and it radiates through my ears, just ringing.
Well, Anja says, are they just scared of his unhinged followers that will repeat? Yeah, they are. They're afraid this time they'll have guns. They're afraid this time that it'll be worse,
He's
because
calling for a civil war.
he is. And he wanted guns. He goes, well, they're not going to hurt me. He wanted them to bring those guns through the metal detectors. And when they said, they have, he says, well, they're not going to hurt me. He didn't care who they hurt as long as it wasn't him. And when he found out that that they were threatening to hang Mike Pence, they told him, and he said, so what?
He should do what I want him to do. And that's the thing. That right there, if Washington, D.C. was not a no gun city, can you imagine the bloodbath that would have happened that day?
Yes. And that's what he's calling for. He said, we'll have a bloodbath, and that'll be the least of it. Secret of the Red Moon Tarot. Hi, Dean. I feel as though 45 will not be eligible to participate in the debate. He ain't going to debate anyway. He thinks he's above all that. And feel as though there will not be a nominee on the Republican ballot. I feel like that could possibly be true, too, because I'm getting September him out. Fire sale, Bible, shoes, and cologne. Sherry, yeah, Kennedy's running as an independent and his whole family is against it.
Is against him. Oh, how horrible is that? To be the black sheep of your family so bad that your whole family get on TV and say, don't vote for this dude.
Yes, and they took a picture in front of the White House, all of them minus him. And they got mad at him because he used John Kennedy's commercial. And they were mad. I know we're over. I'm just looking at a few more questions before we go. I'm working the day of my eclipse. My plane will be landing just about the time it's happening. Will you
be safe, Cher Bear.
Be safe, yes. Why do they call it unaliving? It's just plain murder. I think he took Prince out.
I don't even. The reason we call it unaliving, Rebecca, is because YouTube's guidelines using the M word can be sensationalism, and you can get your platform demonetized by just using that term. So that's why we call it unaliving. It's just a way to kind of skirt YouTube's policy about the word that starts with an M.
Well, for a while, they weren't even able to say Trump's name. They were calling him other different names because they were worried they could get in trouble for that. I've got to read the policies. I hope I haven't said anything wrong. I don't know. Kennedy is a mental case. He's going to steal votes from the Republicans. So I'm kind of with it. You think he'll steal votes more from
Trump? Yeah.
Will Kennedy steal more votes? Yeah, because the Republicans are backing him. Mm-hmm. They're giving money to him. The ones that, because just think about it. He calls the ones that are conservatives but not kissing his butt. They're rhinos. So he's lost them. Nikki Haley, he said, I don't want you if you vote with her. He lost them. Biden saying, I'll take you. So he's losing all kinds of people. So yeah, he would have to take votes from him. So yep, I'm for it. But still nobody vote for him. Vote for
He's not gonna get what he thinks he's gonna get. The this whole thing is just, it's all ridiculous, and people just need to not worry so much. This is so much theater.
It
Oh,
is.
you got Rebecca gave you a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca. That's so nice of you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I have a friend with the same last name as you, too. I seen that name. I was like, huh, I wonder. Steve says, I keep seeing Rosalind waiting beside him, hand out to him, waiting for him to let go of the physical. Great love there. Oh, he's going to be so happy. Going to be so happy. And On just said too much on too many politicians, a well thought out plan to take down democracy. Yeah, they talk about that one world government too. Makes me wonder about that too. Just speaking on the orange, that makes my flesh crawl. Too dark for me to give him any power. That's my husband. He can't stand it. He can't be in the room if I'm playing anything with his voice. Said, I'm so worked up and out of sorts this week. Mercury retrograde always throws me for a loop. But with this eclipse as an Aries, I'm really struggling.
Bless you, Melinda. Breathe, breathe. It is important to breathe, y'all. And us as Americans really don't understand how much we hold our breath. Intentionally breathe. It will help you.
Thank you again, Rebecca, so much. And this is the last one. It said, Dennis said, in the primary elections of 2020, how did Biden know if he won South Carolina that he would win it all? I don't know. I don't know about that one, Dennis.
Because it's all a script, it's all rigged, just like the Super Bowl, just like basketball. The winner has already been chosen for the World Series. The winner has already been chosen. Guys, we are sitting through theater. We are actors on a stage. Some of us are players, some of us are non-player characters, but we're all in the same doggone theater together. Yeah. And if we could remember that, we would be a whole lot better off for it.
You're right. If you could think of it as a book or as a play that you have a part in, that's true. So you guys, it's been an hour and 12 minutes. Me and Tanya are so tired, but we was enjoying being here with you, and we always love being, reading and talking together. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And I want to tell you, I made a video before we got on about the manifest oils. I won't tell you anything. The links in the description box, but I have a whole video that tells you all about them because I didn't feel like I gave you a good explanation of each oil, why I use the crystals, why I use those certain oils, what are they for. And we have some new oils coming out that I wanted to tell you about, and some new products coming out that I wanted to tell you about. So I'm too tired to tell you about it now because I already did a video on it. So if you go to my page, you can see the video, and please look at it. And it tells you, I tell you every single one that I made. Why did I make it? Why are these crystals in here? What herbs and resins are in there? Why did I choose them? What is a custom oil? Why would you want a custom oil? All that good stuff. So, and if you're interested in it and you want to check it out, go down to it's real easy to remember. It's My Manifest Shop. And just go and Google it and say mymanifestshop.com, or it's in the description page as well. It's under my video I made as well. And put down suggestions. If you got suggestions, things you want us to carry in the shop that we're not carrying now, let us know, and we'll try to work that out slowly but surely. And also, Tanya, before I go, I was going to tell them, make sure you check out Tanya too. She is got, I have my thing right here, and now I lost it. See, I had it right here, her little mojo bag.
Yeah, I lost mine too. My mojo bag is not on my desk.
Oh, here it is.
That is so crazy. I was just glad. Well, I'm glad you found yours.
And they are awesome, and they smell really, 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 really good. and they're only $20, and she does bath bombs, and she does fragrance sprays and clearing sprays, and I'm going to start doing some of that stuff too. I'm taking a class learning how to make all kinds of cool stuff that I'm going to make for you guys. I'm making a potion for my husband down there. It's been 8 days soaking, and I'm working on that now. I think at the 8th I get that already. I'll tell you what I'm making. So anyway, thank you all. You have a good night. Please check out Tanya and go down to the, I've got her link in the description box below. She's awesome. She's amazing. I love her. And she gives great readings. So please check her out and check out her stuff. I guess, oh, and she gives readings too. And with your readings, she gives out I think, is it, I don't want to tell wrong. Is it a sachet and a spray or a bath bomb? What do you give out with your readings?
I have a special going on right now where you can get a bath bomb, or you can get a sachet and a 4-ounce room spray for $100. I have a special going on right now. If you would like a 1-hour reading, a sachet with whatever magic you desire in it, and a room spray with whatever draw or magic you desire or require in it. PsychicTanya9@gmail.com.
And so that's $20 normally for the sachet, $20 normally for the room spray.
No. This room spray is 4 ounces, not 2 ounces.
No, I said $20.
Yeah, but no, this one is not $20.
Oh,
The regular size one, the 2-ounce one, is $20. This big one is only available through the special.
Oh, and you're giving the big one away? So that's like double the size of the other one.
Yes.
So that normally, if you were buying two, it'd be $40, plus you're getting a $20 thing. So that's like $50, $60. So you're getting the reading for pretty much $40. So yeah, so that's a really good deal. So check her out for a reading. And if you ever want a reading from me, I don't have a special reading right now, but I need to do one maybe. But it's Deann Shield Maiden Tarot at gmail.com. So, but I've been kind of busy with everything, so I haven't been offering a lot of readings because I've got a lot going on. So go to Tanya. She's got this cool deal going on. So anyway, thank you, everybody. You guys have a nice night and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.